Oh boy, ladies, welcome. What a little fiasco I had going on today. Got lots to share with you. I had something fun planned today, and that's kind of what I wanted to share with you, and that's why I had to push my start time back 30 minutes. For those of you that don't remember or don't know, I'm in Arizona, so Arizona doesn't do the time zone change, y'all. So you guys are now on the East Coast. You're 3 hours ahead of me versus the 2 hours. So that might have caused a little confusion, and I apologize for that. So hopefully you guys will be able to stick around. I saw that there was some chatter going on. Um, so hopefully you guys will be able to stick around with me and play a little bit. I know we might be running into some of our dinner time, so I apologize for that. So if you guys can hear me okay, just let me know in the notes that you guys can hear me, and we will get going here. So I had something fun planned for us today. We were going to play with a new die and a new sticker set that I have. And I had some problems with the die. So certainly I'm not going to go on and share a die and recommend a die if I'm not fully sold on it. And that was the situation. I wasn't about to go on and say this die is wonderful when I struggled with it. So I had to figure out what we're gonna do because I had this whole plan, and I'll share with you what I made. I had this whole plan of what we were gonna do, and then I started cutting more of the dies, and I struggled with it. So perhaps you guys can give me some recommendations on how to solve the problem, because I love this die. I'm not going to even tell you where I got it because I'm not gonna badmouth companies. It was actually given to me to use, and it's a great die. I love it, but I'm struggling with it because every time I go to cut it out, it's so thin that it tears. So I've been trying to do different mattings on it. I've been trying to figure out exactly, maybe I need to have a little bit of a buffer in between the paper and whatnot, but maybe you guys can help me out with this. So I apologize if you guys were waiting on me. I saw that there was a lot of chatter going on, so it looks like you guys were just talking amongst yourselves. So I'm glad that I could open up my I'm glad that I can open up my YouTube and have you guys just chit chat on it. So let me just see who's in the audience here. So I see Dawn. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Got Cordelia. Thank you for letting me know that I'm coming through fine. Kim in Alaska. So Kim, do you guys do time zone change in Alaska? So it says here, now I can be here at the beginning. Can hear you fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. Donna Heard, I see that. Who else do I see here? Let's see, who else do we got here? Cordelia, Donna. Boy, there was a lot of chatter going on. I saw Pam was there for a while. Susie. So hopefully we can get them back. So before we end today, we'll have to figure out exactly what time I'm going to start, and we'll get that going. So just a couple of things. Like I said, I got the time zone change going against me. And then like 15 minutes before I was going to go live, I thought, I can't do this because I'm not happy with the die. I'm not going to recommend the die if I don't, if I struggle with it. So perhaps we can get past it. So let me go ahead and transition the camera down, and I'll show you what we're working with today. Yeah, okay, so camera overhead. Okay. All right. Okay, so here we go. So this is the die I'm talking about, y'all. And as you can see, let me see if I can pull it up there. It's very thin, and it's kind of like Polaroids on a string. And what was happening is every time I die cut it, when I went to pull it up, it was tearing, so I could never get a good die cut. So I cut several, as you can see here, and this is what I was doing when I said I was going to go live. This is what I was doing. And some of them, like this one, came out good. It tore a little bit at the end here, but some of them just tore all together. And I used different paper. I used manila envelopes. I used regular cardstock. I used this silver with the craft on the back. I tried putting mats over it, so trying to get the right thickness. I tried everything, and sometimes I got a good cut and sometimes I didn't. So maybe you guys have a solution for that. I mean, I think it's probably just a matter of finding the right thickness, because when you look at this, they're very, very thin. So if you don't pull it up exactly right, it tears on you. And that's what I was struggling with. So I tried different weights of paper, Kim. So I tried thicker, I tried thinner, I tried even copy paper. So I used the copy paper as my shim, and then I used the paper. So yeah, so you're right, Don. On the top, it's very thin up here. So when you pull it off, it tears on me. I mean, you can see that right there. So I'm thinking what I need to do is I probably have to do a cut through to have a shim already inside of the die, and then cut it again. So I'm gonna still play with this. I don't know. I don't like to badmouth companies because maybe it's a user error. See, Kim saying, do you have an old plastic bag that grocery stores use? Yeah. Someone mentioned using press and seal to keep the die. Oh, okay. All right. That's a good idea. So yeah, maybe it's just a user error, because I was able to create one card and it came out cute. And this was the very first one I did. And the very first one I did worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. So I'm like, right on. I think this die is awesome. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. My little stickers that I created for my shop fit perfectly for it. So I was like, right on, this is going to be awesome. And then when I went to get ready for the live, I ran into the problem. So again, apologies for being late. We'll have to just see what's going on with this die, but I'm gonna keep working with it. I think your guys' idea about wax over the die is a great idea. I know it's probably just a matter of getting the shim just right. And like I said, some of them came out okay, but some of them didn't. They were just tearing on me. So, I mean, this one actually looks decent. It cut off the end. So I'm going to try all of you guys' recommendation. I'm going to try that plastic bag between the paper and the die. I think that's a great idea. I don't have the wax and seal or whatever that was you guys were talking about, but I do have wax paper. So maybe a piece of wax paper will work. So I'm going to give it a try. And so we're going to play. I'm not, until I can master this, I'm not going to do a video recommending it. But if I am able to solve the problem, at least in the video that I do, I will be able to talk about how I solved it. So Kim is saying another possibility is rubbing the die with a dryer sheet. Okay, I'll try that. Yeah, because like I said, it's very thin and it was tearing on me. So on this particular one, see that I was like almost there, and then it tore the end. So I was like, oh, I was almost there. This one is pretty decent. Some of the backing kind of got torn a little bit, so that one wasn't too bad. This one, again, just tore a little bit off of the edge. And let's see here. That one actually is perfect. Oh, except for the edge. See the edge right there. Let's see, this black one was a hot mess. And this one too tore right there. And then this one, which is what this card was on, that one actually worked pretty good. So I don't know. I'm going to definitely take your recommendations. let's see. So did you try cutting through multiple layers at once? I did. Yeah, I sure did. So I'm going to try the dryer sheet. I'm going to try the plastic bag. Got lots of those. The wax paper. But I just think I need to figure out what the shim is to be able to get that. Maybe after cutting it out, use sticky grid to press on black and pull it off. Maybe. Yeah, actually that's a good idea, Kim. I'll try that. So I love all the recommendations because I don't want to lose the die. But I'm not going to certainly do a video recommending it if I can't master it. So I will try all of those. So yeah, great brainstorming here, ladies. So let's get going. So what I wanted to share with you today are my stickers that I created, and they're now in the shop. And like I said, these stickers, these vintage stickers, I mean, they fit perfectly for this die. So I was like, when I saw this die, I'm like, oh, right on. You know, this is going to fit perfectly. And then I ran into the problem. So I started brainstorming. I thought, well, can I make my own? Can I make my own little die cuts? Yeah, sure, I can do that, right? I'm crafty. I can figure it out. I've been known to be crafty now and again. And then I thought, well, what about my own? I can cover my own, right? These would be a lot of fun to work with. So maybe we'll do that today as well. So that's what I have planned, ladies. Hopefully it was worth the wait. We'll see. I'm going to try all of those. I'm going to try all of those recommendations and see what I can come up with. Because yeah, it is a cool die, and I want to be able to use it, especially for my little vintage papers, or my vintage stickers, I should say, because they fit perfectly. They fit perfectly. All right, so Cordelia, enjoy your dinner. I hope to see you back here in a bit. All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to try to recreate this die using one of them that worked out. So let's go ahead and do that. So the film strip here, you've seen me play with that before. That's vintage film strip that I have in my stash. I also have it in the shop. So I decorated it with that. And it was the little stickers from Tim Holtz fit perfectly. So it was a very cute card. So speaking of Tim Holtz, did you guys see his new ideology release? Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to go broke. So there are lots of items that I want and will be getting. I've already warned my husband that I will be buying some of Tim's new ideology, and his response to me is, what's ideology? So I'm like, just AKA I will be spending money. So that's what that meant. I also saw his new wax. It's not paint, wax paint, whatever they are. Foundry waxes. Thank you, Dawn. Yes, I love them too. I will be getting those as well. So you will be seeing those in future Sunday afternoons or videos, because those foundry waxes were very cool. So yeah, so I had an Instagram sale today, destashing some of my stuff. I don't know if you guys saw. I put a little note on my board for YouTube. So if you guys do like to check out destash sales, I do have a lot of items still that are available over on my Instagram. Making room for the new Tim Holtz stuff. So that's where I destash my stuff, at TMC4u_shop. If you guys want to check out some of the items I'm destashing. Kim, you purposely didn't watch it? Yeah. If you watch his stuff, you're like, okay, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. So yeah, I get it. All right. So um, I always like the ideology. Ideology is my jam. So I tend to save my pennies for that because that's what I like. All right, so let's figure out what we're going to do. So these stickers here that are in my shop, I made them so you can just peel them right off. They have nice little borders, and then you have white borders as well, so you can trim them if you need to. This was my prototype where I was just checking the color tones and whatnot. So these I'll have to cut out, but these are my play stickers. But yeah, these are in the shop. These were made out of real cabinet cards, and then I cleaned them up. So lots of fun with vintage items. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. You know what I'm thinking here? This is like kind of waxy. I wonder if after I use this sticker paper, I can use this as a shim because it's kind of waxy. So I'm going to try that after I use up these stickers. I'm going to save this and use it as a shim. I'm going to try everything because I really like the dye. All right, so Kim got a new, let's see, watch, purchase, found a new, I found a motorhome. Awesome. Shoot, I hope you can afford the gas out there. Whew. We don't have a motorhome. We have a trailer that we pull on our truck, and we are anxious to get out on it. But boy, those gas prices are just astronomical. And I know I've seen so much. I don't get political on Facebook or Instagram. I see people saying, well, you know, why are you complaining? At least you don't live in Ukraine. And I'm like, yeah, I get that it, you know, they have it a lot worse than us having high prices. But you know, this is our world. This is what we're living. So certainly I'm not comparing the high gas prices to the suffering going on in Ukraine, but certainly the high gas prices have an impact on us, you know, and I hope I'm not offending anybody. I don't typically talk politics. You know, this isn't the forum for it, certainly, but to me, there's no comparison. When I complain about gas prices, I'm not, you know, thinking that, you know, my problems are bigger than the Ukrainian problems. So I don't know. I guess that's enough on that. But yeah, we're anxious to get out on the motorhome as well. Not the motorhome, the trailer as well. But we know we're going to be paying for the prices. So Kim says that don't anticipate the prices staying high. I hope not. Yeah, Donna, I'm with you. I love the ideology and the Stampers Anonymous releases. Those are my favorite. I also like the Syssix releases. Syssix releases. Syssix releases. But they've really got to speak to me because the dyes tend to be a little bit expensive. So I've got to make sure it's what I want. All right, so let's go ahead and start putting in my photos here if you're watching along. So I went ahead and I just glued down the top of it so that way I can have these up here to fit in my photos. And this is just an A2 card. I trimmed it 4 inches by 5 1/4. And for those of you, remember I said I don't like to do landscape cards. And someone said, get out of your comfort zone, work outside the box. Well, I'm outside of the box because I don't typically do cards that are landscaped. I typically do them this way. So here's a card that is landscaped. So I am working out of my comfort zone. So yeah, Syssix. That was a mouthful for me. All right. Let's see. So just trimming it down, trying to get it exactly where it needs to be. And like I said, my stickers fit this die perfectly. I mean, it doesn't get any more perfect than that. Look at how perfect that is. So I've got to master that die, ladies. I've got to master it. All right. So, and then once I probably should wait to get all my stickers down, but I'm going to just show you what I'm doing here. Once I get my sticker in place, then I add my glue just to hold it in place. Another thing I thought about doing is maybe adding my cardstock onto sticker paper, and then these would be stickers when I glue them down. But that might be a little difficult too, because I need time to be able to place my photo. All right. So one of the things that does impact me for the time zone is, I've mentioned before that my company is on the East Coast. So I'm just thinking which one I'm going to do here. So they're 3 hours ahead of me now, where it was 2. I start work at 6 a.m. And now my husband was saying, so are you going to have to start work earlier? And I'm like, well, maybe some days, depending on meetings. I try to remind my coworkers of my time zone so they don't schedule eating meetings too early, right? But sometimes it's unavoidable. So yeah, the impact of being 3 hours is a little bit difficult. Yeah, I've used personal photos as well, Kim. And I've worked them into my crafting. One year I had this really cool photo of my mother-in-law and her sibs on Santa Claus. It's a great photo. And I made Christmas cards out of them one year, and they just loved them. So yeah, I think it's awesome when we can incorporate our own photos into our crafting. All right. A little bit more. All right. I need a little bit more cut off there. Make sure when you do use the photos, though, of course, you know, I always scan my photos. I never, ever use originals, which I'm sure you guys know that, because once it's lost, it's lost. All right. Okay, so there's that one. So yeah, these photos fit this die perfectly. All right, so let's see here. And I save all my old photos because a lot of times I work them into stuff for the shop, you know. So these, like I said, these are old cabinet cards that I scanned and cleaned up and shrunk them down and are now part of my stickers. So it's always fun because I get to test my own product. So I have a lot of fun with it. But I mean, yeah, look at it. They're just perfect for that die. I just love it. And let's see here. I want to do another gentleman. Boy, girl, boy, girl. All right. So yeah, especially with copies, like you're saying, you can size them down and get them to the size that you want for your card making. So that's cool. All right. So I'm just trimming this down, trying to get it the perfect size. So I had a rough day yesterday with my stomach. You guys remember we went to Key West for my son's birthday, and we picked up this key lime dip, and the ingredients was cream cheese. It was the dip solution, which was the powder, and then you add whipped cream, and then your dip was graham crackers. So, you know, I made that up thinking, all right, this could be like a little dessert thing, right? And it tasted very good. It probably was a little sweeter for a dip. I mean, because you're dipping, you know, pure whipped cream for the most part. But boy, I kind of know what people go through that are lactose intolerant, because it just churned my stomach. And that's the only thing I can think of that was giving me the problem. We won't go into some of the problems I had, but oh God, it upset my stomach. Not bad. I mean, it wasn't, you know, I wasn't too sick, but just stomach ache, and it was churning, and oh my gosh. So I won't be eating any more of that dip. My husband asked if I was going to have any more, and I said, I think not. I don't think it played well with my stomach. Probably is a good idea, because boy, was it sweet, and I'm sure it had lots of calories. The concept of it was pretty cool though. But when you're adding cream cheese and whipped cream, it's a pretty sweet combination. So Kim, yeah, you haven't seen the video using Canva to downsize yeah, that's a good video to watch. For sure, if you want to learn how to downsize your videos. Yeah. All right, so let's see here. So I've got my pictures in there. I probably should have turned that down a little bit more. Let's see if I can still do that. Maybe I'll just bring that down. All right. Okay, so there are my stickers underneath my little frames. Really cute, right? And then I'm going to add my tape and turn that into a card. So let me grab that really quick, and then we're going to try to reproduce these without the die. So I'll be right back. All right, so this is, I've shared this with you before. This is, I found this, I don't even remember. I think this was my husband's old film when he was a film student in college. And he was going to throw it out. I'm like, we do not throw out old things in this household. They come to mama. So I procured it, if that's the right word, and I use it in my crafting now, and I also have it in the shop. So I think this would be perfect for glue. My glue is running. Perfect for this card, and now I have gluey hands. So we have a good dinner planned tonight. My stomach is better. Just had to get through that dessert. But we're having corned beef and cabbage tonight with little red potatoes and carrots. We have it in a crock pot right now. So that is what we are doing for dinner. All right, so I'm just going to add these kind of like washi tape. I think they're just a great addition. And it looks pretty cool too. I love finding old things that I can incorporate into my cards. Just makes them really unique. All right. Yeah, the projector slides are what we're going to play with next. All right, so I got that glued down. I'm going to go ahead and trim this. All right. You know, cooked cabbage, it actually smells really good here in the house. So if that's not a smell that you like, it's probably good that you're not able to smell it. But that's a smell that doesn't bother me. It actually smells pretty good. All right, so I've got that down, and then I'm going to let's see, I'm going to add some words. Trying to figure out what ones I have here. So I used the metallic words on, let's see, so Kim says she's been making a lot of passport cards. They still take me a while to produce, but I'm getting faster. Yeah, it's just the more you do it, the faster you'll get. I can pretty much make mine in my sleep now. But yeah, that's great. All right, so I'm just figuring out what words I'm going to use here. Smell-o-vision. That's funny. All right, so I like the black metallic. So let's see what I can get going on here. Okay, so the words can't be too big. Brave is a good one. So smell-o-vision, boy. Whew. Okay, so we'll put brave on this one. I mean, it's the perfect die for this. I've got to figure it out. Smitten. So if you are watching quietly, I'd love for you to say hello. This group doesn't bite. And we love to meet new crafters. All right, so let's see here, fearless. So these are one word. See, on this one I put like be true, love you, for good. On this particular one, I'm just putting one word. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, don't forget to hit that like button for me. It helps my videos. So I appreciate that. All right. And then let's see if we can find one more word. Let's see. Create. No. Found. Be true. I guess I could do the be true, right? Be true. All right. Most wanted. I know. Wouldn't that be awesome? No, Tim doesn't have any that says most wanted. But that, you know what, Kim? I think you're onto something there. I think maybe I might, I might create one. If I can find like old cowboy pictures or something, and make it like a wanted poster. Oh boy. Oh, my glue is running here. Oh boy. Okay. Got a crafter's mess going on here. So but that would be fun, to be able to make it like a wanted. But there, yeah. So as you can see, real easy to put together. I just have to mount it onto a card and then put a sentiment. So that was using the die. Again, I've got to master it. Once you've mastered it and you're able to cut several of these without them tearing, I think it'll be a really fun die. And once I figure it out, I'm going to do another video. You need to create rub-ons that say most wanted. I know, Kim, I know. That would be so cool. All right, so I want to figure out if I can make these on my own. So let's get a little crafty here. All right, so I've got this. This is what I was trying to cut it out of, which is these right here. And I almost got through it. It's a little bit thicker perhaps, but it tore right there. So let's see if we can try to figure this out. So I want to say these are 1 inch by 1.5 inch. Okay, so they're 1.5 inch tall. So where's my 1.5 inch tall. All right. Yep, by 1 inch. All right. So 1.5 by 1 inch. Okay. Let me test this. Testing as I go along here. Those are, could you use create that on a circuit or scan and cut? Yes, I thought of that. In fact, I'm going to try to do it on my scan and cut, but I'd really love to master the die. So it needs to be a little bit thicker. But yeah, I did think about that. If I can do a SVG, that would be awesome, because then I can use my scan and cut. Okay. Torn stuff is vintage. Yes, it is. You're right, Kim. I should be able to just go with it, right? But sometimes you just don't want it torn. Do I have any square dies that you could tape together? I do have a square die, and I did test it. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted. This is the one I have. And way ahead of you, sweetheart. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted. So when I cut it, it didn't quite work with my stickers. It was a little bit too fat. It needed to be a little bit thinner. So this is the perfect size right here. So once we have that, it's just a matter of figuring out the inside. And this is where it's going to get tricky. Let's see if let me grab a pencil. All right, so I have a pencil. I'm going to go ahead and just try to mark this. Boy, this is small. Whew. I mean, I guess I'm just trying to think here. What if I didn't cut this, but I made this the size of the square? Let's think outside the box here. So this is the size of the square. So perhaps rather than cut the hole here, maybe I'll just stick the sticker right on top. I mean, that's a possibility, right? Let's give that a try. Yeah, Kim, your suggestion about the square was a great idea, because I thought about that too. Yes, Kim, you and I are on the same page now, girlfriend. Yes, that's what I'm thinking too. So it's just a matter of cutting this down to the right size. So I'm using a pencil really lightly so I can erase it if I need to. Right? Okay. Let's see here. So I want to be straight. I mean, I like the idea of it being matted, but boy, that's going to be hard to cut, I think. All right. This is small. Whew, small. I like smalls, but come on now. Okay. Whew. Tiny, tiny. All right, so that, I think that'll work, right? Of course, I need a better eraser. Okay. All right, so I can just put that right on top, right? And then it would look like that. All right, let's see. Let's give it a try. I've made cards that look like photo, what Kodak, what are they called? The instant, you know, these little things, Polaroids, but never this small. I think that's the challenge here, is it's so small. And that's why that die was perfect. And of course, I got to try to line this up now. Oh my goodness. I know it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm trying to make it as perfect as possible. All right. So, let's see. Kind of like that. That's too small. That's too small down. That's too far down. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe like that. See, it's not exactly perfect. I know it doesn't have to be perfect. All right. All right. That's crooked. Oh, stick the sticker down on the square like this. Oh, that's a smart idea. Well, aren't you a smarty pants, Dawn? Wow, good idea, girl. Okay, so, and then I have movement room. Yes, all right. Okay. Let's see. So I need to stick this down. Get my glasses off. I need to stick this down and then cut around it, because trying to make it perfect after the fact is a bear here. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're getting another one. We're trying another one. So I need to, let's see if I can figure this out. We'll get there. All right, so this is, I gotta get it perfect where I want it. Am I making this more difficult than it needs to be? Okay. All right. And then I'm going to cut this. Sometimes I take the long way around the block. All right, so now it's on the square. And of course I've got my white showing, but we can fix that. That's not a big deal. Okay. All right, so I put it on the square as Dawn recommended. Now all I gotta do is add it to my Polaroid. Now it's gonna stick up a little bit. It's not gonna be flat, but I guess that's okay, right? I mean, I would prefer it to be flat. I'd rather it be flat. But I don't, unless I can cut a perfect, could you print the photo with a frame around it? Yes, I could do that. Yep. I mean, these sticker sheets were just pre-cut, but yeah, I could definitely do that if I wanted to recreate this, absolutely. Silly question, Kim. Can I create? Of course I can. But I'm trying to work within what I got here. All right, so silly girl. Okay, so just lay it in. Okay, so this, it goes on top. I don't have the cut, but so that's what I ended up with. Do I like it as well? Nah, not really. I mean, I guess it's a solution, right? I really like how it frames it on this. So I guess that's a possible solution. I don't love it. Just inlay it. Yeah, I was trying to work without the die. I could definitely have inlaid it, but I'm trying to work without the die because it was tearing on me. So I was trying to come up with another solution. I mean, this is okay. It's okay. Not crazy about it. I've got to master this die is what I got to do. All right, so that's a possible solution, I guess, is to create your own. And that's all right, I guess, right? Not loving it, but it's okay. All right, so my other idea, of course, was to use these. So let's see if we can figure that out. So these are old slides, of course, and I pull out the negatives. Don't throw this away. This is like gold. All right. Let's see. So cut the frames from the die, the ones that aren't torn. Yeah, I did think of that. The ones that are torn. So yeah, so I could do that. Sure. So yeah, I could cut these. Absolutely, because it seems like where it was tearing was that. So that's actually, Dawn, you're onto something here. So that's not a bad idea. In fact, I could even do that. Oh my goodness. I like it. What do you, oh, that's good. I like that. All right. Yeah, unless you own the, yeah, that's true, Suzanne. But it's tough for me to recommend a product or say, hey, this is an awesome product if it has problems. I mean, full disclosure, right? I'm not going to say this is an awesome die, you guys should go get it, without full disclosure. So I like the idea about just cutting the frames out. I mean, I think that looks awesome, to be honest with you. That looks good. So maybe for the ones that I screw up because apparently I don't know how to cut an intricate die, I could still do this. I like it. Okay, you guys are so smart, I swear. All right, I'm gonna have to start tipping you guys because you guys are giving me solutions here. It's just like crafting with you guys. It's just like, well, try this or try that. That's pretty cool, right? So, if I can get this to stick. So yeah, and you know what else I could probably, my nose is itching. I could probably put this on sticker paper. I love that. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. And then I'm going to trim it up. And then I'll have little Polaroids. And I can easily create the string. I mean, that's the easy part, right? I like it. All right. That's not bad. And then this could easily go on a card, right? I mean, if I made a few of these, and it fits my pictures perfectly. It's so awesome. All right. So this is my nail salon sander. I don't throw anything away, ladies. All right, let's put the glasses back on so I can see what you're saying. So, Teresa, sorry you're late. Oh, you're just in time. No problem. You guys are funny. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? I think that's a possible solution because then I can create my own string and then I can still use these. So all of these that I cut out where I kind of screwed up won't go to waste. So I think there's still more playing time involved in these. But I love the fact that they fit my little stickers perfectly. I mean, it's just so perfect. It's awesome. And then I don't have to worry about cutting out this little insert, right? Because the ones that screwed up, I can just use them as little Polaroids. Oh, too cute. That's awesome. All right. So there's a possible solution right there. The other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to actually cover these Polaroids, and you guys have seen me do that before, right? It's nothing new. So I'm going to, these work well long ways. So I'm going to cover this long ways. All right, so let's see here. So I'm going to go ahead and add my glue. All right. Okay, so before I forget, so with the time change, I'm 3 hours. I know a lot of you guys are on the East Coast. We've got Kim in Alaska. So I was scheduling my lives on Sunday afternoon at 1:30, right? So 1:30 and it was 3:30, but now it's 4:30. So do we want to keep it at 1:30 my time? And just trying to figure this out. 1:30 my time and 4:30 your time, or do we want to? What do we want to do? Because I know that I'm 3 hours different from you guys now. So yeah, Maine is 3 hours from me. So, gosh, 5 o'clock goes into dinner. What do you guys think? Should we do it at 2 o'clock? So 2 o'clock my time would be 5 o'clock your time on the East Coast. I don't know. We gotta figure out a time. We gotta figure that out before we leave here, so everybody will know the new time. Unless you guys just want to chat amongst yourself for a half hour. That seems to be working out just fine. You don't need me. Just chat amongst yourselves. And we don't need Monica. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 o'clock my time. It's 3 hours, right? So 2 o'clock my time is 5 o'clock Eastern time. All right. Teresa's in Idaho. So is Idaho East Coast time? Gotta figure that out. So 4 p.m. So Teresa, I think you're 2 hours difference from me. So Mountain. All right. Oh, Mountain. So you're only an hour different from me because I'm Pacific time now. I was Mountain, but because we don't change time zones, now I'm on Pacific time. So I find with cutting the inlays here, an X-Acto knife works best for me. Oh, I almost cut myself. This is thicker paper, so it's taking me a few swipes here. Okay, so Suzanne's saying, what about 12 or 12:30 my time? And that would be 3 or 3:30 Eastern. Otherwise, it hits dinner time for us East Coasters. Yeah, you know, I thought about earlier. It's just sometimes on Sundays, I'm in my PJs till 12 or 12:30. So I have to be somewhat presentable. Unless you don't mind me showing up in a robe and curlers, right? Oh my God, that would be funny. Oh my goodness. I would never do that, but wouldn't that be funny? Oh gosh. Yeah, I might be in my robe, but not curlers. So that's the only reason why I always had it around 2 or 2:30 or something like that, because sometimes on Sundays, you know, it takes me a little while to get going. So Kim, Kim, you're the tough one because of you being in Alaska. We don't mind PJs. That's what you might get, Don. Oh my goodness. I know you guys don't mind, but for the replayers, oh God, I would be in my PJs with you guys if it was only you guys. But you know, some of the replayers will be thinking, okay, who's this lady in her pajamas? Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. All right, so I know it probably would be better. So yeah, maybe I'll go earlier, and then I'll just force myself to get dressed earlier on Sundays. Sometimes I do my Instagram sales in the morning on Sundays, but yeah, I can make it work. So if you guys think maybe just throw on my flannel and no one would know. Yeah, but you know what, Dawn, it's gonna start getting warmer here, so that flannel might have to go away. But yeah, you guys know me in my cold craft room. But So yeah, I think probably earlier would be better. It's tough. It's tough being on the West Coast time. Like I said, with my job and going live, but maybe we'll do it earlier. So if I could start, let me think. If I start at 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 12:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:33. So 12:30 would be good, right? So 12:30 my time. Kim, what is that for you in Alaska? What is 12:30 my time for you? Let's see. All right. Okay, so Dawn, you've been in PJs for 2 weeks now. Yeah, I get it. All right, so I guess this is going to be darker than I wanted, but that's all right. So I'm just adding some vintage photo here. And gotta be careful with this X-Acto knife. All right, so you have to get dressed in, I don't understand. So Prese, I'm not sure what that means. All right, so I've got my photo covered. These fit really nicely with these. So, but these are stickers. Let's see. So I'm gonna need something behind it. I'm just trying to think here what I'm gonna do. All right, so let me get some paper. I'm thinking as I go here, because I'm gonna need a backing. All right, and then let's just put this guy here. All right. Yep. Okay, so 12:30 my time is 9:30 Alaska time. I could watch the first half hours until April 1st. 9:30 in the evening for you, Kim? Okay, so this will go like this. You know, it's nice working from home because you don't have to dress up. And I will admit, when I have to get up at 6 a.m. and be logged in, sometimes I'm still in my robe. And then when I take my first break, I jump in the shower real quick. We get spoiled working at home. Oh, 9:30 in the morning. Ooh, that's early for you. Okay. Well, we'll have to decide on something here. So that's pretty good, I think, right? Not bad. Could have a little bit more. Okay. I keep adjusting it. All right, so there's with the slide. So that's not too bad. So Kim would miss it altogether unless I had it late. I mean, that's an alternative as well, right? So we can start earlier or later. So if I started at 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. That would be 6:30. So what do you guys think of maybe starting later versus earlier? So these are the options. We could do 12:30 my time, which would be 3:30 Eastern time, but that's not good for Kim. Or we can do 3:30 my time, which is 6:30 Eastern. So you guys tell me what is best. Oh, Kim, no, we'll figure it out. I mean, I'm going to do what's best, but I certainly want to take your time zone into consideration. It's fun having you on the lives. All right, so here's the small one using that die. Here's the bigger one using my slides. Remember I said don't throw these away because I like to incorporate these. So we can add. So we're going to take a vote here, and I want to see it in the comments. So I can start next week. I can start at 3:30 Eastern, or I can start at 6:30 Eastern. So put it in the comments what you guys prefer, and that's what we'll do. And if someone can kind of keep the tally and see where we're at on that. For my time would be a little tough, Suzanne, because that gets into my dinner time too. So you know that I have to help prepare. I have to do something around the house, but that would get right into my dinner time, I think, especially if we go over. So that may not be great. So I see a 3:30 Eastern, which would be 12:30 my 3:30 your time. 3:30 my time would be 6:30 Eastern. And then Kim is saying 3:30 Eastern, so that would be 6. So we've got a couple for me starting at 6:30. So I've got 2 of those already. Put in the comments what you guys think would be best. All right, so I've got this here. I think I'm going to use some remnant rubs. Oh, you know what? I found some really, when I was doing my D-stash sale, I found some really cool remnant rubs. Hold on a second. So yeah, let me know what time you guys want. Tell my family to make their own dinner on Sunday nights. Yeah, I could tell him. It's only my husband, but yeah. All right, so these are the remnant rubs I found when I was doing my D-stash sale. And I'm like, well, I can't get rid of those. I didn't even know I had them. So, this is what I want to add because I think this would be a lot of fun. All right, so these are old remnant rubs. When I used to be part of the design team for 7 Gypsies. These are called Steampunk Rubbings. I don't even know if you can get them anymore, but aren't they awesome? I think they are so cool. So that's what we're going to use on this. So Donna, you're good with whatever, but if you had a choice, would you rather it be 6:30 Eastern or 3:30 Eastern? That will go there. So did you guys see that Tim came out with new remnant rubs? Finally, right? I mean, I've been saying that for a while, I even emailed him. I'm like, you know, Tim, when are you going to come out with some new remnant rubs? And he had some new ones in his release. I was so excited when I saw that because he hasn't come out with new remnant rubs in a while. And it was about tootin' time that we got some new remnant rubs. So I was very happy to see them. And this little lady here will be buying them up. All right. I love working with remnant rubs. And it's funny, a lot of people don't even know about them. I'm like, what? I mean, they're perfect for your smalls. They're just a great addition. I love them. If I can get it to stick right. Oh boy. All right. Let's get that. There we go. See, those are cool. Set him straight. Yeah, I'm sure my email is why he decided to add more remnant rubs. But seriously though, he hasn't had new remnant rubs in a while. And I love them. I know whenever I go to Joann's and I see that they're on sale, I stock up on them because you can't even get some of the old ones anymore. You can get the field note ones, which are good ones. I mean, but you can't get the number ones anymore. I mean, I've tried, I've looked. They don't have them anymore. So I've learned to hoard what I like. And I don't mind if it's something I'm going to use over and over again. Like I said, I'm doing a destash sale right now. A lot of the stuff I'm destashing is from when I was on design teams. Like, do you guys remember, I don't know, called Funny Bones, Riley and Company, the one with the moose and all those funny sentiments and sayings? We would get, as a design team member, and this was years ago, you guys, we would get the whole uncut rubber sheet of new dies, and then we'd cut them and mount them ourselves. And I had, I'm not kidding you, I had piles of those. So I'm finally destashing them because I've had them for a long time. I haven't used a lot of them in a long time. You know, styles change over the years as far as what I craft with. So I just don't have the room to hang on to everything anymore. But that's some of the stuff I'm destashing is from when I was on design teams and just stuff I don't use anymore. All right. And a lot of the woodblock stamps too, I just don't use anymore. I mean, they're perfectly fine, and I know some people still use them, but they just take so much time. And especially with all of my vintage stuff that I store, I just don't have the room to store craft supplies that I don't use. So I destash it, and hopefully the people that buy it will get some use out of it. All right, that looks pretty cool. I like that. I think I'm going to play with these a little bit more. But that's a solution, right? So these work really well with my stickers. I have these little slide thingamabobbers in the shop. So if you guys don't have the old transparencies, you can find them in the shop. But definitely check your thrift stores for these. I don't think I've ever found them in thrift stores, but I found them in estate sales. Estate sales are great to collect these transparency slides. And they work really great with my stickers. They're just sized perfectly for my stickers. And that was intentional. I mean, that's why I like making my own stuff, because I can make it work for me. And then this done, I think I'm going to be able to salvage some of these little ones, that I messed up on. Let's see. I'm still going to try to, I guess you can't hear me when I'm talking with my face turned. I'm still going to try to master this die though, with all of your guys' wonderful recommendations, because it is an awesome die. But I do like these little ones too. I mean, isn't that cute? I think that is so adorable. And I can just pop that onto a card or do something with it. So that, I think, is going to do it for me. I'm at 1 hour and 17 minutes. I appreciate you guys helping me out with this die. I'm going to try all of your recommendations because it really is a pretty cool die, if I do say so myself. But even if I can't get it mastered, any of the ones that I screw up on, I can still save these and create little ones. So I think that's a good solution. You know, I can definitely create several of these and have them as part of my ephemera to add to my cards. Shoot, I could even, I mean, look at this. I could even do that if I wanted to. That's perfect. But yeah, so many options here. So I can alter my slides. I can use my little dies. And then if I can get to where I get a perfect cut, I can create these cards. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun chit-chatting with you. Did we decide what we're going to do for our time zone? So I know we kind of went back and forth, right? So we said we can either do, we could do 3:30 my time, which is 6:30 Eastern, or we can do 12:30 my time, which is 3:30. So the 3:30 my time works good. I think that probably works great for everybody because it's after dinner. Let's see. I'm just reading the notes here. So yeah, so if that works for everybody, then I'll start at 3:30 my time, going forward, which will be 6:30 your time, and that'll take us into the evening. But I think that's perfect for everybody. So yeah, so I'll do 3:30 my time, which will be 6:30 Eastern, and I'll make sure that I schedule it so you guys see it ahead of time. So yeah, we'll figure out this time zone thing, and we'll try that for a few weeks, see if that works for everybody. 3:30 is good for me. I'll be out of my pajamas, so you guys don't have to worry about me being in my pajamas and my curlers. Not that I wear curlers, but sometimes I have my hair pinned back. And the dye, yeah, I mean, I can tell you where I got it, but I'm not recommending it yet. Because of the struggles that I had. I really want to play with it a little bit more. And once I master it, I'm going to do a video, if I do master it. I mean, yeah, I'll tell you, the company's called Livescraft. But no, full disclosure, I mean, you guys saw the problems I had with it. So if I can at least be the tester and figure out the solution for it, I'll let you know what works. Sometimes I got it to cut really good. Sometimes I didn't. But I don't want you guys wasting your money on something that's not going to give us a good cut. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm not saying it's a bad die. It probably is me. I think it's a cute die, but I'm having struggles with it. So yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I am going to play with this a little bit more though, using some of your suggestions and see if I can get a good die cut without tearing my paper. But in any case, I mean, we still are able to salvage making the little making these little these These little pictures. So we'll see. All right, so that's all I have, you guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm glad y'all got to have a chit chat before I was able to arrive. And we will schedule this for 3:30 next week. And of course, you never know, I might have an impromptu session. Depending on how tough my work day is, sometimes I like to just jump on if I have a tough work day. Teresa is saying a metal precision plate. Yeah, I think it's about the matting, getting it matted correctly. I'm going to play with it a little bit more. Kim saying there's no shame in PJs. Absolutely, I don't just don't want to share with everybody. I don't mind sharing with you guys in my PJs. You know, maybe we'll have a PJ party one of these days where it's just us. We'll have a private group, and we'll have a crop. That would be a lot of fun, don't you think? Maybe we can do like a crop where it's just a private session, and we'll just invite each other, and then we can just crop together. So still trying to figure out the whole class thing. I want to be able to have you guys participate. Zoom costs money. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do Zoom yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. If I do a class, I want to be able to have a kit to give you guys as well. So we'll figure it out. You know, we got time to figure it out. So that's it. All right. I'm going to head out. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. We're going to have corned beef and cabbage tonight, which I'm looking forward to. And I hope you guys all enjoy your dinner. All right. We will see you next time. Bye.